Okay, all you landscape architects out there, it's time to get creative on how you can use this wonderful tree. Look at this wonderful situation where you have Washingtonia robusta, native to Baja California, planted in these beautiful planters that are built into this grade change here. And this obviously could be a amphitheater with people having their events right here, and everyone's sitting on the steps. The whole system rolls around the corner, and to get the trees at all the same height, you would have to obviously adjust the trunk feet of the trees from the high planters to the low mid planters to the ground level planters here. This is a really ingenious layout of this tree, and we're in Orange, California at Chapman University, looking at schools for the kids, for the last kid. And I'm seeing another wonderful landscape architecture solution using my favorite trees. What's great about these trees is that obviously they're evergreen. They provide a really beautiful and predictable design effect. When I say predictable, I mean that you know exactly what this tree's going to do every time, whereas any other woody tree, well, it's really just a crapshoot as to what that tree's going to do. It might lean, it might grow sideways, it might do funny things. Whereas palm trees are always predictable in their growth pattern. You know how much space they're going to occupy in the air, you know their growth rate, all those things. So the other really predictable thing that these palms do is they don't disrupt your hardscape. Palm roots basically grow out at their maximum thickness, which is about as big as my pinky, and then they go wherever they're invited, and then they don't go any further. Whereas woody trees, their roots grow out hair thick, and they go wherever they want because they're so thin. And then they get in between cracks, like this one, and they will wedge that crack apart over time, whereas palm roots do not. So you can predictably plant these trees in your hardscape without any repercussions of movement. These cracks here were not caused by these palms. This is natural cracking that would occur with palm trees. So you can see also a wonderful thing they did here is they planted Mexican feather grass here. This grass is a really nice grass. It's a little bit invasive. You gotta be careful with it, but I think the cat's out of the bag and it's gonna do whatever it's gonna do because it's all over California now. But I don't think it's gonna be too problematic in our environment. But it's a very beautiful grass, and it doesn't really require any watering once established, and neither does the Washingtonia. It has such a nice root system that it can handle dry conditions. It's also interesting here is you have a sloped pattern. Let's see how they watered it. They got some kind of, I don't know if they're watering this at all anymore. They don't really need to at this point, but I can't really tell from the irrigation they have there what's going on. It looks like they have a soaker. Yeah, they have a Netafim. It's a Netafim soaker line, so that's a good slow application. You have to have slow application here because of the slope, and you'd have erosion if you didn't. But like I said, with this configuration of palms and the combination of the Mexican feathergrass with the palms, you don't even need irrigation here. So what else can I say? We can crane trees like this, and we could have this look within like a day. We can crane trees like this in, and we could have this planted up, and it could look like this in a day. It could look like it's always been here. These trees are growing about 1 foot to 2 feet per year. They do require a little bit of maintenance to make them look good, but you can also just let them take off and make their hula skirts. See on this tree here at the beginning of a new hula skirt right there, you let the fronds hang down and not even trim them off, and that's a certain look. And there's absolutely no maintenance at all. With the Mexican feathergrass, there could be no maintenance at all, just let it grow. Or you can occasionally cut it back like they did here all the way, and then you'll have brand new foliage coming out, but I typically don't even do that. So this could be a zero maintenance garden, a zero water garden, which is what we're all looking for here in our dry state of California. Let's stand back and get a really good overview of how this looks. This is a wonderful plant for birds. Orioles love the strands of these trees. to provide nesting material. And you can imagine the Mexican feather grass would be a really good nesting material as well. So if you come on to the Chapman University campus, you can go to the Harold Hutton Sports Center, and you'll see this beautiful application of Washingtonia robusta. And I've run out of space. And this is the freshman class for next year, getting their orientation, and my kid is out there with them somewhere. So there you go, Washingtonia robusta doing a wonderful job. This planting could have been put in as little as like a year ago, and look just like that. You'll see the same sort of configuration in front of Pac Bell Park in San Francisco. So there you go, and now you know. And those, my friends, are tropical parrots. Loose. That's what happens.